See what's coming up for you today. What do we have for my collective? What do we have for my collective? For some of you, I'm getting a warning here of possibly getting a disconnection notice coming your way. Make sure that you're paying your bills on time. So you could be overdue in some bills. For some of you, I'm picking up fines that you might have forgotten that needs to be paid. So there are some things that need to be paid urgently at the moment here. So make sure you pay attention to that. For some of you, a side note, I am picking up about like an ambulance calling 000. Just be careful if you are at the gym that you're not overdoing it. I do see a possible injury that could happen when you're at the gym or when you're at work. There's something here about an ambulance being called. Yeah, be very careful when you're at the gym. I see some of you overdoing it and injuring yourself. Side note here, I'm just going to say some of you could be going through menopause and you're not feeling in, how can I put this? You are lacking sex drive, and it's kind of affecting your partner. So there's an issue here that something about someone's sex drive not being as high as normal. Some of you could be menopausal, and your partner is having a bit of, like, they're not understanding you at the moment in what you're going through, and that could be a bit of an issue there. Some of you, there could be a delayed in travel as well. I do see a passport here on this card here, but it's in reverse. So there could be a cancellation when it comes to traveling, a delay as well. So just keep that in mind. And also, what I like to do is when things don't go my way or something's been cancelled, I see that it's in my best interest. There could be protection. Let's say, for example, you are meant to go on a flight and it gets cancelled. I will see it as protection for me. So you can see it that way, I guess. But I do see some cancellation when it comes to travels here. Some of you here, I can see that you are trying to get pregnant, but it is taking a little bit of time here. Some of you could be going through IVF and you're just having a little bit of trouble conceiving a child. Also could be a loss of a child here. I'm so sorry if that is you, but that is coming up here. I do see children as well, like a possible pregnancy, but it's not going as fast as you want. It's like you've been trying to fall pregnant for a while. It's not happening. I feel like this is going to happen at the most random time. Some of you, I see you, side note again, just really random messages. I see you like, so you could have, I'm seeing it in my head, but I'm trying to explain. You might have children or a child that needs a costume for school, or a Halloween is coming out. It could be for Halloween. I see you making something by hands. I've got the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, and it looks like she's sewing something. So some of you could be, going old school and sewing, making a costume by hand for your child. I feel like your child is going to remember this when they get older, and it's going to be one of those memories that they're going to hold really dear to them. It's going to be very dear to them when they think about it. So with this costume that you're making, you're not just making a costume, you're creating memories for this child. And this child is not going to forget that you handmade something for them for a special occasion. So this is going to mean more to them than you actually know, because they see that you're putting effort into it. For some of you, I do feel like someone that you know is being sent some karma here. I don't think it's good karma. I think it's something that they've done you wrong and they are receiving some karma for that. Some of you could be receiving some good news. You could be getting a message, text message, email, letter, phone call, whatever. There's some communication coming your way, and this communication is going to make you happy. Oh. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So some of you are having a glow up. You could be opening a business. Some of you could be opening a jewelry business. Like you could be making jewelry, necklaces, rings, bracelets. Something about something that creative that you're doing, and you've decided to monetize it. I see that going well. I see some of you could be henna artists as well. You could be, or a tattoo artist. Some of you could be in your head about communication that you're not receiving from someone. So I feel like there's someone here that's not talking to you, or there's a silent treatment. There's something here about you in your head about someone who's not responding to you, or they are just not communicating with you. They're kind of giving you the silent treatment, and this is really doing your head in. Like it's giving you stress, keeping you up at night. I heard the name Monica. Some of you could be receiving some justice here. Like I said, I think someone that did you wrong in the past, you're going to get justice for what they did here. I do feel like this person did you wrong. You could be going to court. If you are going to court, it is going to work in your favor. I feel like the other person did you wrong and they are going to get justice for that, whether it's to do with the universe taking over, or they'll be, possibly going to jail or paying a fine. It's something to do here with the law. Okay, so those are some of the messages that I'm getting. Let's see what else is coming up here. Let's see what the main message here. All right, Spirit, what do we have for my collective? What is the main message here? I am picking up again that someone's kind of like giving you the silent treatment for whatever reason. And it's really starting to annoy you. What's the main message here, Spirit? That communication is coming. Yeah, I think that's what let's see. Yeah, okay. So the main message of this reading here is the silent treatment message that I got. So I do feel like you were waiting on communication from someone. They were taking their sweet time, or they're just not talking to you. And all of a sudden you get a message from this person. I'm not too sure if you're very happy about this though. Let me just double check. You could be having some issues with someone that you're living with. It could be someone that you're in a serious relationship with. But for some reason, things are going sour at the moment between you guys. For whatever reason. Like you could be living together, but you guys are just acting more like roommates than lovers here. And it's really upsetting you. Like it's really doing your head in. Tell me there's going to be a conversation that's going to happen. It's going to be a truthful conversation. I don't know what the conversation is about yet. I am picking up on you're not going to be very happy with this. But let me have a look. What's this Ace of Swords? This person is very slow. Like, they're very slow in making a decision, in taking things further to the next step. I don't feel like this person's a bad person. I just feel like they're very, very slow. Yes, very slow person. So I do feel like this person you're not talking to, I don't see them being a bad person. I just see them being a very slow individual when it comes to moving things forward. This does remind me of one of the reads that I did have. I don't remember what I named it. I think it's something like that you're ready but they're not. I think it's something like that. But I am picking up on this like similar read here. This person is more laid back, slow. They could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. You could be an air sign, doesn't have to be. Roles can be reversed. But I do feel like this person is very slow to get things moving, and you are more of a, you are more, you're more action and they are more talk, if that makes sense. Alright, let's see. How does this person feel about my collective watching right now? Okay, so I do feel like the conversation that you're going to have, I feel like when you first start talking, you're going to feel a bit anxious and upset. But then as you guys start talking, you're going to see that it's not so bad. Like, I do feel like a lot of the stresses and anxiety that you are getting, it's you're overthinking and it's not as bad as you think it is. We've got the sun here, Leo energy. So there is going to be light on what it is that you guys are having issues with. I feel like you guys are kind of like in limbo at the moment. No one knows what's going on. No one knows what the other person is thinking. Therefore, the only way you can justify anything is by making up a story of what could possibly be what the other person is thinking, because you don't know. So the only way you can cope is just to what's the word? Oh, what is the word? What is the word? It's just to, I guess what they are thinking. Assume, that's the word. Just to assume what they are thinking and feeling. So there is going to be some light shed on that. Sunflowers could be a significance. White horse could be a significance. The color red could be a significance. You got fire sign energy here. Well, a lot of fire sign energy. You have the King of Wands here. Your partner could be a King of Wands. Doesn't have to be. Again, I am picking up that whatever you have been stressing about or thinking, like you're kind of like thinking the worst, it's not that. It's not as bad as you think. The other person, them not telling you how they're feeling, you can only assume the worst because they're not speaking out. That I feel like this person has a little bit of trouble explaining how they're feeling or what they're thinking about. So you're always thinking the worst. So this is something that they need to work on. But I really do feel like you guys are going to be okay. And it's just miscommunication. Yeah, I don't feel like you guys are talking at the moment, but you will be. Like, the size is going to be, okay, you could end up having makeup, you know what, makeup sex. I see that here. I feel like you guys are going to kiss and make up, but I do feel like at the moment, no one's talking to each other. You're kind of like tiptoeing around each other. You guys are acting more like roommates or buddies. It's like an awkward silence, you know, the elephant in the middle of the room kind of feeling here. But I do feel like you guys will eventually talk, and you're going to find out that whatever it is you were thinking or assuming, it's not that, and you're going to be like, oh, thank God, you're sorry, this was all in my head. But this is not good if the other person is like this, because they need to make sure that if they know you're feeling this way, to, you know, speak up. So I think this is something that they need to work on as well. So you both need to work on things, obviously, but maybe that's something you need to probably let them know that you can't be going around like this, because it does give you a lot of anxiety and unnecessary stress. But I do feel like you guys are going to be okay. And I feel like this, whatever is happening at the moment, is just a big misunderstanding. And all you guys need to do is just sit down and compromise and talk about your feelings. And I feel like you guys will kiss and make up. You know, you're going to do more than just kiss and make up. But I do feel like, guys, be careful as well. It could be a pregnancy here. We got the Tower with the Empress here. Side note, if you don't want to get pregnant, please make sure you know, use protection and all that. I do see a little baby might be on the way here. Just be careful. But as I was saying, it looks like you guys will end up having that conversation that you both need to have, and things will be okay. yeah, I don't think this silence is going to last for very long. I do think like everything's going to be okay. You just need to sit down and have a conversation about it, and you're going to find out that things are not as bad as you think. I wasn't going to do this, but let me just get. What does this person really want to say to you? What does this person that my collective is dealing with, what do they really want to say to my collective? Whoops. What's their truth? I feel you leaving me behind. So this could be when you guys are not talking and you're kind of going into your own little world here. You feel like you guys are drifting us apart. They could feel like that. One more. What does this person truly want to say to my collective if they were honest? And we have, my life is not as together as it seems. So they could be acting like, you know, I'm fine, everything's fine. Maybe they lied to you. We've got, I regret lying to you here. They could be acting like they're fine. They don't care if you guys are not talking and so on, but it really did affect them, or really does affect them. And I think you guys are both going to feel, you're going to find out that you're both feeling very similar. And you just need to sit down and talk about how you're feeling, and everything's going to be okay. That's what I got for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.